Gemini, how you doing? So we are here with your reading for your full moon, which is the 14th of September, depending on where you are over the periods of the worldwide, trying to clear something out, clear house or clear out old stuff about release. A lot of stuff needs releasing, but I feel that you've got a lot of decisions to make, Gemini, a lot of decisions. You might discover through this period of time that you might still see people or still seeing something, trying to see something, still. The Stillness of Heart. The Stillness of Heart by Lenny Kravitz. Look up that song, Stillness of Heart by Lenny Kravitz. You might see people around you clearing things out, clearing up documentation, or trying to clear the house in some way, like clear up, tidy up, but clear things out. Like you're probably dusting and stuff like that, trying to make your home homely, or making your home alone. Some of you could be home alone. Yeah, I'm a Gemini moon. home alone. You might be home alone. There you go. So Gemini for that period of time. Whoa. So home is my dome. My domain is my home. You could be involved with a Piscean, but they'll be very giving, caring, sharing, equality. But that would be open water sign, or open arms. Of these arms of mine, they are yearning and wanting. A message. Catch the pigeon. Shall I send it out, or shall I not send it out, or shall I just continue to be very happy and joyful at home on my own? Obviously something's ended, as now something's freed up. Your energy will be freed up through this period of time of the full moon. This is you caring and nurturing oneself at home, finding self-love and value, and that there might be some kind of discovery of family in general, like family heritages or belief or anything like that to do with family, that you might realise that they just keep me stuck. Where I am, if I'm just stuck at home, then I'm stuck at home. But that would be generally because you feel good at home, okay? But there might be some kind of something to do with your family life, or your town, or wherever you are, that might make you feel like, oh God, they're always keeping me behind. There's someone's behind you, someone's knocking at your door, someone's ringing your bell. Do me a favour and open the door, let me in. Someone wants in, someone wants out. Someone's unsure. Someone don't know whether to travel or whether they just want to send a message or not. Okay, this is the connection of engagement. Some of you could be in engagement. This is also engaging in conversation that is open-ended. So you would have to have a relation. So there would be relation. So relation is obviously a brother, a mother, a father, sister, anything like that is related to you. Okay, so it would relate to family. But also that what you find out through relation is a ship, right, which is waiting for a shipment. But relation of that would be vocabulary of interest. You've got to have an interest with someone to engage into a conversation. If the conversation is extremely difficult to be engaged with them, so there might be an engagement, but engaging in conversation, there needs to be obviously a common interest. So common values, vows. I'm also picking up as a breakup of a marriage, or just at the precipice of like discovering that something might have come to its value of two, which is like, something ended though, because it has to begin. So release, it's all about release through the new moon. It's what your intentions are going to be, set course from the last period of the 6 months over this cord, breaking cords, breaking away, severing ties from something that constantly makes you contemplate, or is it them, and they're really holding me back to discover whether I want to be alone, whether I want to be out there, whether I don't want to be out there, whether I'm just appreciating the time by myself. But people that hold me back, there has to also be a relation that is involved in that holds you back, okay? But there would also be a relation of that there needs to be obviously a common value of interest through communication that is either sent out or given. If that keeps you contemplating still in this two that would have appeared here, that would be, is the conversation enough? Is it enough to keep this alive? Because it's kind of like, okay, you take me out, okay, but is the conversation enough for it to continue on as like as a good value of something that is the engagement, but the engagement of interest, common interests, common grounds, finding a common ground now, a common ground. That might be with a family member, or that might be with or without you, because I can't live with or without you. You can't live with or without family, right? You can't live with them, you can't marry them, you can't eat them, you can't so let's see, say Gemini, for the 14th of September, full moon reading, what's going to be happening around Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, for the full moon in Pisces, but it depends, you know, on people's conditioning. This is people's conditioning. If they're very expansive and mind expansive, their feelings would be mind expansive, so there would be a mind searcher, a mining, digging for information, digging for mining something, mining. Well, you might be saying, listen, just fucking mind your own business, bruv. I don't need you to interfere with my business and my affairs. I know which way I want to go, and I want to go my own way. I want to go my own way. Please don't interfere with my energy when it's open, because when I'm open, ready to receive. And if the information that's being received that keeps me fighting and battling between negativity and positivity, then there has to be some kind of conclusion of an engagement. So the engagement, if it's negativity, you might be saying that to stay out of my energy field, I need to focus, I need to be centered, I need to find the person that is engaged with me in an engagement of conversation, because that's the shipment. The shipment that arrives is the engagement of what that would be for a relation that you would, if you have good concept of confirmation with family members and it's open and it's free flowing, then you know that you're got a good relation for a ship. Okay, so if the good relationship is with or without a family member, that's whether they're holding you back or letting you be yourself. You have to be yourself to find a good relationship of a partner, because your relation might hold you back for the ship. God knows where we're going with this, Gemini. Do you see what I'm saying? So learning through family and past life stuff, we realise about open arms of independent and not codependent. 2. Okay? 2. So 2, 2, 2, 2. Something old, something new, something blue. A new person, an old person, or family member that are all involvement. Everybody's involved. Everybody's involved. That's why we revolve. That's why we evolve. We evolve. This is the rabbit hole. You should have took the blue pill and not the red pill. Right? Some of you could be welcoming home, as in, well, come on in, gentlemen. Hello, Joe. Well, how do you go? How do you go? Do you want to go? Do you want to stay? Or is the answer yes, or is the answer no? Or is the answer why? Why? But why do you want to be with me? Do we have enough conversation to keep it flowing? You know. What, are you a trickster? What, are you a trickster? Do you have a question mark? Do you have an answer that's been waiting to be told or seen or heard? There's an answer. Someone's waiting for an answer. Yep. It might be a family member. It might be work. It might be society's belief. You need to believe in what we believe. Why is that? You know? Why is that? Well, because I've got a different belief than what you have. Really? Well, my belief's this. Yeah, but my belief's not that. Oh, so what you got to say about it, bruv? Fight, right? No, they don't fit in with your conditioning. Don't fit in with your... what you believe in. What do you believe in, Gemini? Do you believe in someone else? Or do you believe in yourself? Right? Self-belief, self-discovery. What do you believe in, Gemini? Who loves you and who do you love? Who's the running man? Because 8. Communication is key. Communication is life. Communication to me is the most major of the minor of the minor of the major. Decks. Someone's decking someone. Bruv, I'm going to judo chop you in the throat if you say one more thing that is out of line. You cross the boundary. The conversation of 8 of Wands is key factor to clear. Communication has to be clear. If the clear communication is not, I will drop you like mustard, bruv. I will leave you out in the crowd. I will drop you like mustard if you're not going to be honest. There needs to be honesty, but there needs to be, you see, communication doesn't come from the mind, it comes from the soul. When the mind is engaged in ego, you can speak freely because there's no worry, there's no stress, there's no drama. So people that like drama is obviously from a courtroom drama, bruv. They're probably from tales of the unexpected. The expectancy, the fact that, well, at some point they're going to start an argument. Someone's going to cause a riot. Why do you want to cause a riot? Because you're not answering me. But I have nothing that I really need to say because you don't believe in what I believe in. So what do you believe in? Well, I believe in freedom, bruv. I believe in the rabbit hole. So what's the rabbit hole? Well, that's the conditioning that gets peeled off through periods of time and realising that I don't actually fit in with fucking anybody. I don't fit in with anybody. Why does nobody believe in what I believe in? Engagement. It's a piece of paper. It's an attachment of a label of how we label society of, well, you've got to do it because a piece of paper says so. Really? A piece of paper does say so. I just discovered, sorry, my last client. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, we went over a lot of this through Skype call. Very interesting. I won't say your name just in case you don't want me to, but hi, how you doing? Yeah, but communication has to be free of a relation, okay? You have to be in alignment with relations. If you're not in alignment with them, then that's your soul experience of realising that not everybody is part of everybody's life all the time, okay? So what you learn by relation is what you carry with you of conditioning and realising, well, that's not really my fucking belief, bruv. I don't have that belief anymore. I've gone through the rabbit hole. It's too late for me to believe in what you believe in. You have to be in alignment with what I believe in. That's not being like, what do you call the word? That's not being arrogant, or that's not being anything else other than above. The so above, so below is what you believe in, of what you manifest of a relationship. Okay, so out of the bounds of reality. Doesn't fit in with people's conditioning. They're not always going to agree of an agreement with what you do, you know, because some people might want to interfere and you're like, fuck, I don't need interference. I don't need someone to tell me that this relationship is good for me or bad for me. Or I don't believe in the fact that you think that I should or should not be alone. If I want to be alone, I have to be alone because it affects my energy when I'm around people that cause conflict. So that I can't always answer your call of when you want me and when you don't want me. When do you want me? When do you not want me? You know? So if that doesn't fit in with me communicating through 8 here, there's someone's got cross wires, cross lines. It's like they're trying to find out information about somebody because a decision was made over family as well. As something ended, something also started to begin. There's a beginning, but that might be the rabbit hole of discovery of that the new person also, if you're in actually a courtroom drama with them, then that might lead to some conflict through the discovery of two. Of that a decision was made and a path was chosen to be free, but you might realise that you're not free with the person that you're engaging with, whoever that is. That might even be an engagement. But that would be travel, that would be engaging in conversation, that would be the distance between you and the new person or old person. Distancing away from the old to bring in the new, but you might realise that the discovery is that I haven't really discovered the depth of what this ending probably was, or this decision that needed to be made. My matrix and my conditioning needs more work yet before I discover more about conflict. There you go. So they come in with a ring in 7 days. Gemini, in 7 days time, bruv. 7 days or 8 days. 8 days. 8 days. 8 days a week. Well, there is more than 7 days in a week. There is more than 2 weeks, there is more than a year to a century to a lifetime of discovery. Linear time, it doesn't work unless time works for you. Does it work or doesn't work? Is it working or is it not working? Someone's going to come in with a big opportunity though. Here's my golden coin. Do you want to get married? Do you want to get wedlocked, or do you want to get locked into a fucking argument with someone over it? Do you want to get wedlocked, or do you want to get locked? Oh, someone might be getting locked up. Bars, spitting bars. But also, do you want to get locked up? Do you want to get? Do you want to sign your life away from a piece of paper? So you might be sending out like paper. Papers off. Papers are chocks away, bruv. 12, which is 3. Here again. What do you want? Something old, something new, or something blue? The wedding ring, it's the red rum. But someone's like murder. Someone's like, you're just murder to live with, bruv. I can't live with you. I can't live with you. I can't live without you. You're like murder. I can drop you like mustard. Sorry. Some of you are just having fights at home with someone. This is you at home. This is you having conflict at home with family members. Possibly. Now that might be a very minor argument, or it might be a very major argument. Okay? But you do have all minor stuff here, so that might just mean that it's just very minor. It's very minute. It just needs a little bit more fine tweaking. Someone's trying to tweak you off. Also, 12, which is 3. There's still a decision that needs to be made from something old, something new, something blue. Freedom. Someone's fighting for their freedom. Also, someone is fighting to get out of jail, out of prison. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Go directly to jail. But some are looking to go to what do you call it? Where you go to see someone and they keep an eye on your tag or whatever, or your what do you call them? If you just get out of prison, I've never been to prison, so I've got no idea. But when you just come out, apparently you can go to see someone that you have to keep an eye on with, like for a week or 2 weeks, or every week or every day, and they keep an eye on you. Someone's keeping an eye on you, or you're keeping an eye on someone. It could be someone new. This here can be someone new because it's a 1, and this could be someone new because it's 1. So it's something old, something new, something blue. Okay. But yeah, something to do with prison as well. Prison service or prison warden. Or warning. Someone's got a warning sign. So look out for the signs. Warning sign. But there's an opportunity, free will. Do you want to or do you not want to? Do you want to work on family relationships? Do you want to work on your old marriage? Do you want to work on the new marriage if you're just about to get married? Have you left the past behind and you're now focusing on yourself? Or do you want to go forward with this new person that you've just met? Or do you just want to concentrate on renovating the home, building up your self-worth, your self-love? So there you go. Gemini. What on earth is this like decision? Someone's like, shall I, shan't I? Shall I, shan't I? Shall I, shan't I? Shall I or shan't I? Hear me now. Someone's trying to be seen. To be missing. Someone's missing in action. Someone's like really thinking. Really thinking. Do I want to be at home alone? Am I ever going to get married? Or do I ever really want to be married? Or do I want to be divorced? Or I am going to be divorced or separated. But what is next for me? Do I, because there's going to be travel, distance, definitely between these cards here. There's definitely some kind of agreement of separation. But through that period of time, there's a period that needs work to continue on with the old, because you might have children with them. Okay. I've got to draw one more card. What comes after this? This could be any air sign or possible Pisces, but that's the Pandora's box. That's the High Priestess. Also, that is also Libra. Libra. There you go. So all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, bruv, you make a decision. This is someone that gets a nice amount of attention. Okay, so you've got a lot of action here. Because you go at the Ten of Wands. This needs something has to be dropped to open up the communication, but also to free up the energy as well. 18, which is 9. Yeah, finding courage. You got to find courage. You might have a life path number 9, maybe, or someone does. But courage generally, because this is a 10, but all these add up to a 9. So there's been a struggle for sure of trying to leave something behind, but still got it in your energy field of 10 of Wands. Is just that it's just very probably very burdensome at home, where the energy could be a little bit oppressive, or with a family member that might be oppressive, or work might be a little bit, but I'm not really picking up work because there's no... If you haven't got work, you might be seeking for new opportunities in life altogether. But this is also parts of the ego, you see, parts of the rabbit hole of the mind that needs letting go of, you know, because you need to let go to move forward. This is someone that could seek or get, or both, a lot of attention, okay? But there's attention that's needed to be drawn back to focus on oneself, of the path it is that you need to choose as well. So if you're probably looking at it as your other partner, they're seeking for an answer to something, of a want and a need of discovery, yeah. Because that would also be travel, you see. It's kind of like, there's distance, you know, it's going to take work. It's going to take money, a whole lot of spending money to do it right, child. It's going to take time, a whole lot of spending time to do it right, child. 'Cause I got my mind set on you. I got my mind set on you. Someone's got their intentions set. Right, said Fred. Right, said Fred. Listen, bruv. Right, said Fred. Right, said Fred. I forget what song that was he sung. God, Right, said Fred. I cover a song by Right, said Fred to do with clothes and stuff. Some of you could be a clothes designer or a designer, or designing your own path, leading the way. This is leader. This is leading the way. Come this way. Come this way. But this would be discovery of, like, home, meaning town, village, state, place of birth, birthright. Some of you have got like a birthright into something, like an investment of birthright or arkwright. Arkwright, town, you own a shop. For some of you, arkwright would owned a shop, a corner shop. So we've got cornerstone. 9. You see, 9. There has to be something that has to be let go of. Now, if that is parts of that can be blood pressure and stuff like that, it would be health, things that keep you like triggered off of a high blood pressure, of like fucking flipping out at someone when they start to raise the roof, and raise the roof starts an argument, blood pressure rises. You come very like, fuck, I don't know. But that could also be for some of you parts of PTSD, trauma, traumatic experience through past. Can also relate to some people as gaslighting, but I'm not really. If you are on that gaslighting kind of stuff, you know, you're not going to know left from right, really, for a start until you don't have involvement with the past altogether. Because that's where you need to find clarity of your own mind, because you can really start to discover and think, fuck, am I actually like a gaslighter? Am I like a narcissist? You know, you can go through that. You go through periods of time of wondering about the rabbit hole, because the rabbit hole strips away the karma and strips away the conditioning. And at that part, when you're open, you can start to think and believe anything. You can. But there's nothing major here going on, Gemini, really. I mean, if it is going in your life, that means that these are really major happenings and major events, okay? That depends how long you keep up that appearance of pride from the ego of the head here. They're both ego cards, very much so, which still relates to an 11, which is like that still, but it's also a 2 of decision that you're standing at. So the energy's kind of stuck. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that at the moment, Gemini. There's really not much more I can channel through this. It's a lot to do with family, work, past relationship, new relationship, house. Who do you want? These can also still be very new, fresh people that you can meet as well. Okay, for singles. But we're going to leave it at that for the moment, and then we're going to clarify everything to see what it's really about. This is for your full moon reading, okay? And we'll see hopefully how this really turns around, you know. So this will only with these ones will be on Patreon. Tier 1 or Tier 2. Tier 2 gives you all the teaching segments and all the videos I used to do actually on camera. A lot of them, some of them, old ones. So you get all those and the readings. If not, and you just want Tier 1, they are all of the readings as well. Everything that we've got lined up for September, the next month also. And whatever projects that I have coming up, all the readings go over to Patreon. So you have choice. It's all there. If you want a personal reading, please make sure that you reach out or follow the card for a Skype call, or give you a bit of information on what else I do offer also. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks very much. Let's see what's going to happen. Thank you, Gemini. Peace.